A cockroach can be up to 3 times bigger than an emerald cockroach wasp, with a tough exoskeleton and powerful legs. On paper, the cockroach seems unstoppable. But when these two meet, size isn't everything. So, who do you think would win? As the fight begins, the wasp wastes no time. Despite being smaller, it's faster and more strategic. The wasp doesn't attack randomly, it strikes with precision, like a master tactician. Its first move is all about control. The wasp dives straight at the cockroach, aiming its stinger with pinpoint accuracy. In a split second, it delivers a jab to the chest, right between the first pair of legs. This sting isn't meant to kill, but to temporarily paralyze the cockroach's front legs, neutralizing its main defenses. The cockroach is still alive and aware, but its legs are locked in place, unable to move. But the wasp's strategy goes even deeper. With the cockroach momentarily immobilized, the wasp prepares for a far more calculated strike. This time, it aims directly for the head. In a move that's both effective and unnerving, the wasp drives its stinger into the cockroach's brain. This isn't a simple sting, it's a targeted action. The venom affects specific areas that control fear and the instinct to escape. In seconds, the cockroach's natural defenses are switched off. It can still move, see, and feel everything, but the will to resist is completely gone. The cockroach is now trapped in its own body, unable to disobey. This form of control is so precise that some researchers compare it to a kind of remote control. But the wasp isn't done yet. It carefully removes part of the cockroach's antennae. This isn't just to cause harm. The antennae are the cockroach's main way of sensing the world, like losing both sight and smell at once. With its senses crippled, the cockroach is even more vulnerable. Then comes the most unsettling part. The wasp grabs what's left of the antennae and leaves the cockroach like a puppet on a string. The cockroach follows obediently, unable to resist or even try to escape. It's not dead, just mindlessly moving forward into darkness. The wasp guides its living prisoner into a burrow, a narrow, dark tunnel underground. Inside, the cockroach is trapped. The wasp doesn't just leave it there, though. In a final act of strategy, it lays a single egg on the cockroach's belly, then seals the exit with dirt and pebbles. The cockroach is left alone in the dark, alive, aware, and unable to escape. But the worst is yet to come. When the egg hatches, a wasp larva emerges, hungry and determined. It enters the cockroach's body, but it's careful, almost strategic, about how it feeds. It avoids vital organs at first, making sure the cockroach stays alive as long as possible. The larva feeds slowly, consuming the cockroach from the inside over the course of about a week. It's a chillingly calculated way to ensure a fresh meal, like keeping a supply of food preserved until the very end. Eventually, the larva has had its fill. It forms a cocoon inside the hollowed-out body and begins its transformation into an adult wasp. Meanwhile, the cockroach, once a powerful survivor, has been reduced to an empty shell. After a few weeks, the fully grown wasp emerges, claws its way out, and flies off to find its next target. So, in the end, it doesn't matter how big or strong the cockroach is. Against the emerald cockroach wasp, it never stood a chance.